is Megan.
And that's Sarah.
And welcome to our podcast. This is our first episode of S&M, a Not So Kinky podcast. S and M.
Yay.
I just want to, thank you. I just want to start off saying thank you for watching if you are here. I know that the real ones are watching this 5 minutes after it was uploaded because y'all are real like that. And if you don't know us, we're sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
sorry,
that was really like unceremonious.
This is like, even though this is like the third time we've tried to film this.
Yeah, we've recorded like
this is the third time.
We've recorded like 2 episodes already that have already been scrapped. Like we're low-key cooked. Do I need another pillow? My back is kind of.
I'm slouching heavy. I'm slouching so heavy,
and I'm like, I don't know,
like my butt is like so far forward.
Let me just.
I'm leaning so far back.
I just moved the couch. This couch sucks. Well,
it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard, and the cushions on the back don't. I don't know. This is why people should listen to me when I give out furniture advice, but.
Well,
that's neither here nor there.
Anyways, do we want to go over how we're going to do things?
Oh yeah. Just the beginning disclaimer is that this is like not a sex podcast.
No, absolutely
just
not.
Wanted to make that clear.
Absolutely not. If anything, it's going to be far from that.
We just think that we're punny. So we are like.
I mean, it may come up like in conversation, sure, but it's not strictly
a BDSM podcast.
Yeah, it's definitely not. It's not at
all. For any confusion, sorry if the title's misleading you, but hey, maybe we'll capture you with a little bit of clickbait. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're gonna be doing like a couple different sections, mainly 3. So I mean, we can just go ahead and get into it.
Okay.
Yeah. So our first section is going to be called Devil's Advocate, where we read Am I the Asshole threads and sorry.
Well, I think we might stick it to just one because I think that might be more timely.
Well, I'm saying like asshole threads like or posts like as like a general statement.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, yeah. So we're going to be reading posts on the Am I the Asshole subreddit, and we're going to be defending the asshole. And I just want to make it really clear right now that we are being facetious.
Yeah, this is not
anything we say seriously, especially not in this section because it is just for laughs.
Yes, but we will after the fact we will put forth our actual opinion and give our voice on the situation. But we will try to not do anything too we'll try not to do any posts that are too serious because we don't want to be disrespectful.
Do you want to read it or do you want me to read it?
You can read this one. I think you'd have a really fun time reading this one. Oh, because I think this one's really ridiculous.
Okay. Oh my gosh, what? Am I the asshole for refusing to change my vocabulary around my girlfriend? Throw away because I don't want people in my life to find this. Oh, throwaway account. I think that's what that means, right?
Mm-hmm.
I met my girlfriend, female 23, in the beginning of the semester. Damn, you're sorry.
My bad.
It's all the way up and it's dark in here.
Sorry.
Let me start over. Throw away because I don't want people in my life to find this. I met my girlfriend, female 23, in the beginning of the semester, and we have been together for about 8 months. We are both introverts with a low social battery and have the same major, so we spend a good part of the day together. We often want to spend time in our own place after the day, especially if one of us has to work later in the day. We don't live together and have talked about not doing so until we can afford to move into our own place. Both of us live in university dorms, which is a lot cheaper than renting privately in my country. I feel like that's pretty standard.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a few arguments recently about my apartment. I call it my apartment and not my home, quote unquote, since I consider my home to be my parents' house. This dude is giving so much unnecessary information, bro. You need to get to the point. I call my apartment. Oh, sorry. She calls her place home and her parents' place as home, while in my opinion it's more confusing, especially when she talks really fast. Whenever I talk about my apartment, she tries to correct me by repeating my sentence again, but just replaces with my apartment with my home, which is starting to get really annoying. My friends know how I speak and understand the difference between the places I'm referring to. It seems like my girlfriend is the only one who has a problem with it. I have asked her why she feels the need to constantly correct, and she never explains it properly. She either says that's the correct way or changes the topic. I asked her if it was because when we move in together, I I asked her if it was because when we move in together, I won't be referring to the apartment as a home. She denied it several times, but I can't think of any other reason for it. I'm not comfortable changing my vocabulary since this is how I've been saying things for as long as I can remember. She says it's not a big deal, but refuses to stop correcting me, and I don't know what to do. Any thoughts? I mean,
I thought that one would be a fun one to try to defend because that's so annoying. That would piss me off so bad. That would piss me
wait,
off.
what
So
if you kept getting, if they kept correcting you?
Yes, that's so like no, no, chat, no, we're not. No,
So someone kept correcting you, being like, "Yeah, I'm going to my apartment. You're home."
it already annoys me when I try to speak and then people talk over me. So you trying to correct me every time I say my apartment, that's gonna piss me off. That's gonna piss me off.
Well, okay. The poster says that he thinks that the reason that she keeps correcting him is because like he he was like, "Oh, I asked her if it was because I'm not going to refer to our apartment as home when we move in together." That low key would make me mad though. Like, imagine you're dating a man and he never says he's coming home. He always says that he's so they don't live together now, but assumedly they're going to be living together probably next or after they get jobs, right? So when they move in together, he's never going to say I'm coming home. It's always going to be I'm going back to my apartment where my girlfriend lives. Also, hold on, back up. First of all, moving in, like considering moving in together at 8 months is already kind of crazy.
Considering moving in together in college is crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Like,
that's crazy.
A, that's
Me
crazy.
personally.
And B, like, once again, no, actually, that would make me mad. Like, they're not living together now, but like, if they're living together, like, probably within the next year, and he never refers to the apartment with his girlfriend as home, your home is only your, like, I understand calling it like your familial home or something, like where your parents live. But like, I can't imagine like dating someone and like being in a relationship and this apartment is like part of the life you're trying to build together and like refusing to call it your home.
Yeah, but also I'm not moving in with my partner after 8 months.
Oh, I'm not moving in after, with my partner after a year. So first of all, these people should. Oh, first of all, okay, there needs to be moving in together. First of all, like stop right there. Eight.
Also, y'all are still in college.
That's what
Y'all
I'm
are still
saying.
in
Because
college,
they're
bro.
23. So is this like a grad school? Is this like a grad school situation?
I don't know. They didn't specify where they could be not. You know, they don't even have to be American. They didn't specify what country either.
That is true. He said in my country, which kind of makes me think that it's maybe not the US. I'm not sure. Just because I know like typically people in America always like say where they live.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm also thinking I don't know very many 23-year-olds in America who live in college dorms, unless you're part of a frat.
True, because a lot of people at that point they either have their own apartment
Well, because normally if you go
or
like
they have
the
roommates.
yeah, well because like standardly if you go like the normal way, you graduate high school, you go to college, your freshman year in college, you're 18. Most people if they're doing like a 4 year, like undergrad's 4 years, so you're done by like 22, right?
Yeah.
But and he says that they're in university.
Well, it depends. It
Oh, so he didn't say how
when
old
you
he was.
start. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like if like traditionally.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so what they're like grad school or whatever. But also, I'm thinking about this too. Like,
I'm just like, so, but you waited 8 months to tell
actually,
her
no,
to correct her.
That's a good, well, because and then he was also.
This is me being actually like serious. Like, you waited 8 months to tell her this, to be like, hey, like I don't really, no, or no, because he did say that he was trying to correct her, but she just doesn't listen. She just refuses to stop.
Okay, well, no, because actually, no, take that and then flip it. Then, right? What if like he says that his normal, like the way that he speaks is calling it his apartment or whatever his.
Yeah, his apartment. Yeah, his apartment. He doesn't want to call it his home.
Wait, hold on. I'm confused. Give me the phone. Hold on. I'm confused right now. Because when I was reading it, I was under the impression that they lived in university dorms. Do they live in dorms or an apartment? I'm confused.
No, they live in dorms, but he calls his dorm his apartment, I think.
He says, I call my apartment as my apartment.
Wait, so is she the one that lives in a dorm? Because
both of us are like, it says they both live in university dorms. Well,
because
I know that at my former college, they had like, I'm sure this is the case for most colleges, they have like university like apartments.
Yeah, but I think it also just depends on where you go, because I think like in other countries they could call it like apartments.
Well, he said he uses dorms and apartments.
Well, I don't know. I don't think it's that serious.
It's really not. Well, I'm just confused together because they were saying that they weren't going to move in together until because they can't afford to, but he already lives in an apartment.
You're confusing me. No. I don't know what you're trying to talk about. You're confusing me.
Well, because I was okay. I'm about to get really like. Let me get into character. It really sounds like he just don't want to move in with the girl because it's basically saying right here that he already lives in an apartment. So I'm assuming when they say that they can't afford an apartment, they mean an off-campus apartment. But you mean to tell me that they couldn't get a 2-bedroom apartment? That way they would be living together? And then it would split the cost because you'd think that would actually make that cheaper. So it kind of sounds like he don't want to move in together because they had the opportunity to be able to live together cheaply, but they didn't. Because if you're dating someone, you can easily sign up to be their college roommate.
Right.
Especially if it's an apartment. So you had the opportunity to live with her and you declined it basically. And maybe she's spending a lot of time over at like get into this, right? Y'all are dating, right? And he literally said that they often they're together all the time, right? Okay, no. Because he's saying that they're together all the time, right? So he doesn't mention anything about her dorm. He kind of just, or apartment, whatever the situation may be. He's always talking about how it's like his place and his dorm. So I'm assuming they're always or apartment, excuse me. I'm assuming they're always hanging out at his apartment, right? They're always hanging out at his apartment. That's going to be nasty in the mic.
Just cut it out.
I will. He's saying that they're always hanging out at their apartment. Maybe I feel like I just heard a light bulb crack.
Well, I also just I don't know if that was what that was, really, but
he said that they spend a majority of their time together, I'm assuming at his apartment, since he makes no mention of her apartment or her living situation. So maybe the reason she's so adamant about him calling his apartment home is because that's where they spend all their time together. She probably sleeps over there too if they're dating. They're in a serious committed relationship. She's probably sleeping over there too. So maybe she's mad that he's not calling it. So you don't, baby, you don't think that's our home, like that's right now, that's the closest thing we have to a home together because, you signed up to live in an apartment without me on campus.
Okay. Right. 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 Yeah.
But like you see,
you know what? Hell yeah.
But no, but like you see what I'm saying though. Like maybe in her mind, this is the closest thing that they have to a home. So she's insulted that he won't refer to that as a home because right now that's the closest they can get to a home.
True. Yeah, I can see that. But honestly, I'm also very confused because I'm like, so this is me like actually being serious. I'm like, So when did he first bring up the issue with his girlfriend? Because that's where I'm
Did
like,
he not say?
I don't think so. It just says they were together for 8 months, and then he like, and she just keeps correcting him when he talks, and he just is over it. That's basically what it was.
You know what? I think what's Can you hold this really quick?
I just like, because it made it sound like he waited 8 months to bring this up, but I don't think that's the case. Well, because I don't know why you would wait 8 months to bring something like this up. But me personally, if somebody was doing that in the beginning, I would have to break it off immediately. I can't live like that.
Well, I think it's not helping his case that he also suggested that when they do move in together, he's still gonna keep referring to it as his apartment.
So I'm like, so why are y'all even together then? Because if y'all can't even agree on that, come on.
That's what I'm saying. Also, like, do you not see yourself as building a home, building a life with this woman? Maybe that's why she's like, you need to see this as our home because they're building a life together. It don't sound like you want to build. No.
I don't know. To me, it's like, I mean, I guess it's not that big of an issue because they didn't really like talk about like if they didn't mention any other like issues that they were having together. I don't think, or if they even had any other issues. So maybe that's like the only like peeved thing that he's just like, oh, I can't stand that.
Yeah.
So he's like, maybe I can just, I'll get used to it. Like it's not that bad.
But also, if it's bad enough that you need to take it to Reddit, is this like a deal breaker for you?
Yeah.
Because it's like if.
I mean, I feel like that's something you could have easily just addressed with her. I mean, obviously, well, he did say that she wasn't listening, but I'm just like, then, I mean, I don't really know what to tell you, bestie. Like, I mean, either leave, change your vernacular, or I don't know what to tell you. You gotta stick with it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Boo boo the fool. I don't know. Like, it's all I got.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to do another one or no?
I think we're good.
Obviously, I think
for time purposes.
What was I gonna say?
Unless you want to edit a bunch of stuff.
No, it's fine. What was I gonna say though? Oh well, like the real ruling is obviously that like she's being the asshole about it.
I don't know if she's being the asshole, but I think that she's being annoying. Yeah, she's being very annoying.
That's definitely annoying. Well, let me see the post again. He said it's really starting to get annoying.
8 months and it's just now starting to get annoying? That's what
I'm saying. Obviously, it must not be that serious.
I just like... I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah, look, it says I asked her if it was because when we move in together, I won't be referring to the apartment as home. Interesting. So basically he's like, well, even though we are going to live together and start building our life, it's not a home. But no, she's being the asshole. Do you think you would break up with somebody over this?
I just don't think I'd ever get it to the point where we'd actually start doing anything. Because I'm like, if you're... well, actually, no, because I feel like you would have to be with them to discover that.
Yeah, because otherwise, like, you wouldn't feel any type of way about it. Because it's not like it's grammatically incorrect.
No, it's not. Well, I think both of them are pretty fine to use. It's just like... because I feel like if I just started dating somebody... or like let's say it was a first date or whatever. Okay, well, I wouldn't really find that out. Like it wouldn't be as annoying because like it's new. I'm like, oh okay, like it's kind of strange, but okay. But then like you keep going. It's like it just they don't stop.
I'm trying to think about like what it like how this conversation like plays out. Like, oh yeah, babe, I'm going back to my apartment. Oh, you're going home? No, I'm going to my apartment. That would also be annoying. What if he's doing that too? Because if he's so adamant about calling it his apartment,
he's correcting her.
He's correcting her.
He's correcting her back.
No, that's what I'm saying. What
if she also made a Reddit post about him? Well, no,
I'm wondering what if how all of this started was she was like, hey babe, are you going home tonight? No, I'm going to my apartment.
What do you mean your apartment?
Like she was like, hey babe, like are you
no
going home?
Yeah, I was just...
and he was like, no, I'm going to my apartment. Is your apartment not your home? Like, Well, I mean, no, because actually my home is like my home with my parents. This is just my apartment. Okay, so are you going home or not? Like, because like
that's an topic.
Well, no, like I mean, if we're really getting into the nitty gritty, like if someone was like my apartment's not my home, I'd be like, well, be that as it may, apartment is two more syllables than home. So maybe she's trying to cut down. She's trying to cut down her syllable count. Maybe she doesn't want to say apartment every single time.
Maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time to move on.
Listen, I
feel like we're beating a dead horse here.
I committed. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, no, she's asshole's a strong word. She's being difficult.
I think that
and I think that this section will grow to show why I am still single.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay. Someone is scurrying about in the kitchen downstairs. I hear him breathing.
Anyways, so
okay, so the next section is gonna be our S&M topics. These are just gonna be topics for the week, whatever we're in the mood to yap about. Do you want to go first?
Okay, so my S&M topic for this week, would be DoorDash, because I have a story about my DoorDash order. So listen, it was late, not a lot of stuff was open. Well, it wasn't late, but it was like 11 p.m. So like a lot of stuff was closed.
Yeah.
So like only like fast food stuff, and then like late night like bars and stuff. And I was like, so I just got fast food. And I ordered from this place, and it's like, okay, it'll be ready by like 11:15 or something. I don't know. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then so I'm waiting, and then I check the app because it's like getting close to the time, and the dash hasn't picking it up yet. I'm like, oh, okay, but they're like in the like parking lot, and I'm like, interesting, but okay. And so then I'm waiting. Another like 15 minutes goes by. I check my phone again.
No.
And then it's a different dasher, and then they're like at the light. I'm like, what?
Oh, they ate your food.
And I was like, what?
Have you seen this stuff about like DoorDash couples?
No. What do you mean?
Saw this thing on Twitter. I saw this thing on Twitter, and it was Twitter has like truly like the underbutt of the society on there, because
I don't be on Twitter like that.
Unfortunately, I am. I was on Twitter, and it was this guy talking about how like DoorDash couples are so nasty. And I'm listening here like, what's a DoorDash couple?
Yeah,
right?
What is a DoorDash couple?
That's what I'm saying. I was like, what is a DoorDash couple? So I start looking. Basically, this shit is so ghetto, bro. Basically, it's like one person in the party does DoorDash, right? And like the other person, it just goes with them, because I guess the other person ain't got no real job either, so neither of y'all are clocking in. All just going on DoorDash together all day. But then they go pick up the food, and the reason your DoorDash order is taking 45 minutes or 5, depending on what they got going on.
But like
with the food in the car,
I'm like, with the car smells like McDonald's, really?
A, that's nasty, and B, fucking in fried chicken air. Get help. I don't want to eat my food anymore. It has your intercourse sweat, your intercourse aroma.
Has your breath on it.
Has your breath on my McChicken? How dare you?
In front of my salad?
in front of my blueberry pomegranate lemonade.
And you did it at my birthday dinner.
And you did it at my birthday dinner.
And you did it at my birthday dinner.
How dare you?
Like, no, but anyways, back to my story though.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. So anyways, this is the second person, and then they're sitting in the parking lot. It's like, okay, like there's a little bit of a delay, but it's fine.
What did you order?
I ordered Wendy's because that was like all that was open.
Yeah.
Because like McDonald's was closed, and I was gonna get McDonald's, but I was like, oh crap, I waited too long. And I was gonna go get Sonic, and I was like, well, they close in like 10 minutes. I don't want them to spit in my food, so I was like, okay, it's fine. Mm-hmm. I'll just choose Wendy's because they're open like 24 hours. And so, anyways, check the app again. It's a different person. It's a third person sitting there in the parking lot, and I'm like, what the heck?
In the parking lot?
Yes. And then I'm like, okay, well, they're kind of like circling around the building, so I'm like, maybe they're going through the drive-thru or something, like circling around or something. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then it just says, oh, your order was canceled. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, that was so strange. But also, I do have to say that this was during the freeze.
Yeah.
And it was on accident because I didn't realize it was going to freeze that night.
So as
and it did.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not done.
Oh.
I just want to say that I didn't know that it was snowing outside when I ordered the food. Okay. I didn't know until they told me to look outside the window. I was like, oh, okay. And by that point, I already ordered the food. And I was like, well, I already paid for it. So might as well. But it ended up getting canceled anyway, so.
Oh, I was going to say, I think I also tried to order food that night, but it was later in the evening and all the places were closed. Like, it was like 1 or 2 a.m. and I tried to order from Taco Bell and it was closed. And I assumed it was because of the freeze, because unfortunately I do know Taco Bell's hours. So they should not have been closed at 1:30 on the Saturday night.
At least the ones here, they're not open 24 hours. I don't know if any Taco Bells are open 24 hours.
No, but usually they're open till like 3.
Yeah.
So I think it's because of the freeze.
But that's so crazy. I did, like, y'all.
Yeah.
People are so lustful these days. So lustful, bro.
Lustful for their Doritos Locos Tacos?
No, I'm talking about the DoorDash couples.
Oh, isn't that?
That's so crazy.
Bro, that's nasty.
I feel like grandma saying that. People are so lustful these days.
This generation is just so lustful. It really
it's so sinful. Sinful.
It shakes me to my spirit to hear about these. It's shameful.
And it's like, are you not ashamed? Are you not ashamed to walk outside?
You should be ashamed.
I can see half your cheek hanging out of your jean shorts.
You should be ashamed.
Are y'all ashamed? What happened to the 3-finger rule?
Having these kind of relations in a vehicle? That is not where God intended. Children ought to be made in a bed.
What's actually so crazy is that, like, my mom had this, like, big thing about, like, I don't know why, but, like, she whenever like it would be like a school event or like a formal event, like she would always make me wear like tights underneath my my dresses or like skirts or whatever.
Yeah.
Like if it was like any event like after school hours, like after like 5 p.m. I would have to wear
like
church tights.
So at 4:30 you could go no tights.
Well, no, but it has to be like, it'd be like I don't know what the thing was, but it was supposed to be like a modest thing. It was like modest, like a whole thing about modesty. I don't know, like that's not what a church girl does or whatever.
Is the church girl in the room with us right now?
I don't know, but that's what she said.
Like
she was just like, I don't know what about wearing tights, because I remember she tried to get me to wear tights to my 8th grade dance, and I was like, no, I can't. Mom, man, I can't do that. I thought I
was somebody. I pulled up to my 8th grade dance in a jumpsuit from Ross.
My dress was from Ross, and so were my sandals. And they weren't they were sandals that had like the toe thong in it.
Because Ross, they
were flip-flop sandals.
They supplied me many a year.
Yeah.
And many a dance.
I have to say,
many an occasion.
Honestly, I think Ross really flourished after Payless closed, especially with the shoes.
Bro, so true, so true.
Because my mom kept me at Payless, and she kept me at Children's Place.
Wouldn't let it die.
That and Once Upon a Child, if you even know what that is. It's a secondhand, like kids store.
And by kids, she means like infants and toddlers.
Yeah, by kids I mean infants, toddlers to like maybe like 4th graders. Because I was in 5th grade and I couldn't fit in that stuff anymore. And she tried to keep me there too. I was like, no, I can't. Like, my shorts are busting at the seams.
Ooh.
No. But then we moved on to Children's Place because they always had a sale going on. And she had me at Children's Place until 7th grade.
Man, let me tell you, my mom used to give me $100 at Ross. Go crazy. Except she had to approve.
You know what? For my birthday, my mom would give me like $20 at Dollar Tree. She'd be like, "Go ham." And I was like,
you know what this reminds me of?
I would go ham. I'll go crazy.
This reminds me of I'll have to tell the story a different time, but basically back at college I went on this horror, like I couldn't even classify this as a date, but basically I like had invited this guy to go out with me and my friends, and you know what, shout out to y'all because y'all know how this ended and it was not pretty. But basically I invited this guy to go out with all my friends because we were going out that night. And this man had said so much of the stuff, like, I can't even, the whole story, it took me like an hour to tell. I don't have time for all that. But basically, like, we like pulled up to a gas station because I had to go to the ATM to get like $20 for the cover for the bar that we were going into. This man pulls out his phone and is like, I just got paid, so pick out anything you want. This isn't even a Circle K. This isn't even a 7-Eleven. This is
just like a random
Shell. This
is not like a chain gas station.
Baby, pick something else that you like.
Also, I do apologize if the mic did pick up my burp because I did kind of burp into it. My bad.
Pick out whatever you want, babe. I just got paid at the gas.
He said big ballin'.
That's what I'm saying. He said
racks on racks. He has bands.
The money just hit the pocket. I'm drowning in that. Like, and the crazy part is when I asked this man what he did for a living, which I can't even. When I asked the man what he did for a living, he told me he didn't have a job. He told me he ran nonprofits. So you're unemployed?
Also, by saying that you run that's still a job? Somebody has to do that.
Yes.
Realistically speaking, somebody has to do that.
But also,
he wasn't.
He was. There was not. By nonprofit, he simply meant he was making no profits. And I did steal that joke from my friend's boyfriend, and I apologize. But no, he did kind of eat with that because no, this man just had businesses that were not making any profit. He also tried to claim that he was inventing. I'm trying to figure out how exactly did he phrase this.
Bro's a bum.
He was a bum.
And a scrub. Definitely a scrub too.
Yeah, no, seriously. He also told me like that he was trying to invent a healthy candy that had nutrients and vitamins. That was a gummy. So a Flintstone gummy? A Flintstone vitamin? Men are losers. They're losers. And they shouldn't be allowed to date anymore.
I agree.
They shouldn't be allowed to date.
I agree 100%.
Get away from me, actually. But yeah, no. Pick out anything you like, babe. Gestures around to the gas station. which was actually doubly crazy because he then told me he left his card at home and asked if I could get his $20 to get into the bar. All men do is lie. Unprovoked. Anyways,
I just think that that's just like, that's so wild.
Yeah, so my S topic today is I'm trying to think because like when I was talking about it earlier, it was like
long-winded.
Yeah, I was very long-winded. So I'm trying to figure out how I can be a little bit more concise about it.
I feel like that's a broader topic we can do for another time because I feel like that's a broad topic and we both have stuff to add to that. And I feel like if we start that, then it's just gonna be too long.
It is. So I'm gonna try to find. I'm gonna like only address one part of it. That these like new age booktok books, give it a rest. Give it a rest. Leave it alone. And the reason that all of these,
it's just
it's ridiculous. But the reason that I think that the reason like all of these self-published books are coming out now is because you have to pay to use Wattpad. I blame Wattpad for this because people back in the day, if you wanted to go read some trashy book, back in the day, if you wanted to go read some trashy book with smut, or back in the day, it used to be called lemon.
Oh, I haven't heard that term in so long.
Back in the day, it used to be called lemon. So if you wanted to go on Wattpad and read some lemon back in the day, or Tumblr, it was free. You don't have to do nothing but go onto the app. It was free. And they had some masterpieces on there. All of us, everyone getting too greedy. All of y'all are just, I was about to say big and greedy, but that wouldn't have been right because
I'm just tired of all these apps having ads now. Like, I understand everybody has to make a profit, but like,
y'all are greedy.
Back when people didn't have back when stuff was free on the App Store and actually free, and you didn't have to watch ads type free.
And the ads are like, I'm getting off topic again, but
oh yeah, we are. We really are.
It's ridiculous. No, like literally, like I blame Wattpad for this because it used to be free. Now you have to pay. Not even are you like paying for an ad. I remember you had to pay for an ad-free experience, but now like if you even want to read some of the books, you have to pay. I'm not.
Or like they have like actual like published like
paid stories,
published books on Wattpad.
First of all,
published books on Wattpad.
Wattpad, you don't deserve a bank account.
You don't
deserve a bank account.
That takes away the novelty of fan fiction.
Well,
the
that's
point
the
is that's supposed to be free.
Like Wattpad isn't even about fan fiction. It's just like obviously get started as fan fiction, but people like write like
actual stories,
just like random, whatever. Like I still remember my favorite Wattpad story was not even fanfic. It wasn't even fanfic. But like we're not talking about it, bro.
Okay.
We're not going.
Then I won't.
Don't even ask, bro.
Okay.
You're not getting that information out of me. You're not getting that laugh. I love that laugh. You're not getting that information out of me. But no, back in the day, my favorite Wattpad book wasn't even about like it wasn't even fan fiction. But now, like, if you like, either way, not the point. You have to pay for it now. Like they have paid stories. Like if you're paying to read Wattpad, you can just go buy an actual book. And it's kind of sad that nowadays, like the standard used to be if a book got published, it was probably decent. But now, like these books are getting published and they're trash. Like literal hot shit gets put on these bookshelves at Barnes and Noble. And I don't understand. And booktok, y'all girls are lying to me. Y'all need to put down the smut and y'all need to start. It's so crazy because like.
Also, I'm tired of seeing. Well, actually, you go ahead. You go ahead.
It's the same 5 books, and then to make matters worse, like the books are not good. They're not well written. Half of them are self-published, so y'all have no editors, and I can tell because y'all, like Megan said earlier, they can't use this. Like they don't know how to use a semicolon, and I know.
Oh no, that was in the episode that got scrapped.
Oh
yeah, oops, I didn't say this.
I don't care.
Episode.
But like she said before, she brought this up earlier. They don't know how to use a colon. Don't let it be a semicolon, and then I know that you don't need, I know that it's grammatically correct to not use the Oxford comma, but we need to be for real. Not using the Oxford comma is nasty work, and I do not subscribe to that belief. That I'm against that. Ew. I'm sorry. I don't subscribe to that belief. I am against that. Put the Oxford comma in the Constitution. Because I don't know what makes y'all think that y'all can't use it no more. And it breaks my heart because they're really crazy. Like Wattpad has basically gotten replaced with Kindle Unlimited. Because Kindle Unlimited has the same quality of, actually Kindle Unlimited has like an even worse quality of books than Wattpad had back in the day. Because the whole like we need to return to fan fiction. Reject modernity, embrace traditionalism. And when I say that, I mean get back on AO3, guys. Put the self-published books down.
Girl, once I found out what AO3 was,
wrap it up.
I found Wattpad first, but once I found out what AO3 was, bestie, I never went back to Wattpad. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't be reading fics like that anymore, really. But like,
I'm locked in.
I just
it's just like, it's so crazy to me because it's like these
because the fics I would read back when I was like 15, like, I don't get me wrong, I have tried to go back just to be like, you know what, because like I was really into this back in the day. I was like, you know what, is this still hitting hard as it used to? And I was like, well, no, bestie, it's not. It's not.
They're never, like, because I feel like you have to be in like,
I have to be in that mindset.
Yeah.
And also I was 15. I feel like that's kind of normal.
Oh my God. I would like die than go back to being 15.
I wouldn't mind going back to being 15 because I feel like,
well, actually,
just to, I want
15 I wouldn't mind. I would not go back to being 16 though. Treacherous times.
Oh, because I was like 15, I was still
15 was like
it was during the pandemic. I would go back to lockdown so bad. I would.
It was crazy.
If I could relive lockdown again, I would.
Because now I know how long it's gonna be, so I can like plot now, you know? And like actually like,
well, now I don't think we're actually gonna, will we go on lockdown? Yes, but we're gonna have procedures now. We're gonna know what to do and stuff. Like people are gonna be, because I remember back in like high school, whenever like we would have like, there'd be like little outbreaks of stuff and people are like, oh my God, we're gonna go back into lockdown, whatever. But I'm like, well, yeah, probably, but also we'll have like Zoom calls now. Like, I mean, we had Zoom calls back then, but like school districts know what to do now in terms of like we won't be able to lollygag about anymore. Well, I'm not in high school anymore, but like, because we won't be able to lollygag like how we did back then. It won't be the same.
Oh my god,
people, they will be on your butt this time around.
Well, you know,
there's no way.
Honestly,
they're gonna be riding people's asses. There's no way.
Well, even if there was a lockdown right now, the kids nowadays still grew up with like, they're like pandemic kids. So, and apparently
kids these days are dumb as rocks. Hell, I can't. I'm low key. I'm low key there with them, but I'm like,
I was gonna say, because if you listen to what these teachers are saying, these kids are in their junior year of high school reading at a third grade level, so they're cooked regardless. But back to the fanfic. Put the Kindle Unlimited books down. The booktoker, put it down.
Yeah.
Get on AO3 and don't write. Get to reading, because I feel like I think the beauty, and I talked about this like the other day, but one of the beauties of fanfics is that they have like a leg up on like traditional books, because like I'm not an author. I did in fact write a Wattpad story back in the day.
That's what I didn't know if we were going to bring that up or not.
Maybe a different episode I'll read it, but maybe I don't know.
No, because I remember you brainstorming and we both were like we're trying to help you like brainstorm the plot.
I don't want to talk about it. Maybe another day we'll read it on a different episode, but
that'd be so crazy.
Oh, that's so amazing. No, maybe on a different day I'll read it on the pod, but I feel like one of the benefits of fanfics that makes it like, that gives authors more freedom, is that they don't have to focus so much on world building or characterization, because they already have the foundations. Like, especially if it's like a big series, like one of my whatever. I guess I'll admit this. One of my favorite ships to read about on AO3 is Dramini fanfiction, which is Draco Malfoy and Hermione.
No, go ahead. Speak your truth. Speak your truth, girl.
And Hermione
go ahead.
fanfic from Harry Potter. Because listen, like these authors are here, we putting out some masterpieces. First of all, but like big universes like that, or like even like most animes, like they like like most animes like Star Wars, Hunger Games, Divergent.
Yeah, because they've been in the game for a while.
Well, not even that, but like even when they first came out, like these book series have like wait, was Star Wars books?
I think so.
I don't know. Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones or whatever, right?
I know Star Wars definitely has comics out there.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. I don't know. I'm not into that. But like books like that, like especially for, or even like most like shonen animes that have, you know, like 700 episodes and stuff like that, like they really benefit because it's so much easier. It's a lot easier to focus on like creating a beautiful story when you don't have to also create your characters and create the world building.
Like you don't have to start from scratch.
Yeah, you don't have to start from scratch because it's already made for you. And most people aren't reading fanfics of like they're not reading fanfics off of base material that they're not familiar with. Like I'm not gonna read. Okay, wait, low key. I was gonna say I'm not gonna read Star Wars fanfic because I'm not into that. But I read The Love Hypothesis, and I found out after the fact that it was actually a who did Adam Driver play in Star Wars?
Oh,
Kylo Ren.
Yeah,
and who was the girl?
Rey.
Yes, I found that it was a Reylo fic. It was a Reylo. It's published, guys. This book is published. This is what I'm saying. Published fan fiction, and I paid for this book. It was.
Was it good though? Did it come through?
I think I gave it like a 3 on Goodreads or something. Yeah. It was
bro.
I've read worse, trust and believe, and I'm not linking my Goodreads. Y'all don't need to know, but
I'll keep this part quick because I know we're probably getting close to like the time, but like I sometimes when I'll be reading a book, it's always on Kindle Unlimited because low key.
You
sometimes I'm scared
have to pay for it
because these days I'm so scared to spend my money on a book, especially like because I'm just like, well, especially like if it's like a romance book, because like recently I've been branching out because I'm like I can't like even like I don't even be reading like smut all the time. Do I read some smut? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Listen,
let's be for real. Like
let's be for real. Yeah, like I do sometimes. Okay, but like also. You know, sometimes I'm not really in the mood for smut, but I want like a cute like young adult romance or whatever. Yeah, and I'll read that. But then like also it's just like I feel it's like nowadays like spending money on a book, I'm like I don't know if I trust it now.
I don't. Like, it's so oversaturated.
Yeah, and like
they're terrible.
And sometimes I'll be reading a book and it feels like I'm reading fan fiction or like this was fan fiction of something else.
Or it feels like it's just Wattpad.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these, like especially, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be dogging on the self-published books, but like a lot of these like self-published books are literally like at Wattpad level. Like they can't even graduate to the school of AO3. Like they really can't, and it's crazy.
Also, I feel like we also have to do something about these book covers as well because I'm sorry, I'm not reading something that looks like it's an episode cover off of like the app episode, like the episode stories. I'm not gonna read a book. Actually, that's why I don't really read contemporary romances because I can't. I do judge a book by its cover, and I will do that. And I'm not afraid to admit that.
I will say we have to be appreciative that they have moved on from having real people on the cover. But I will say I'm getting sick of like the little.
Not everybody.
Oh.
Not everybody.
Oh, dang. I was gonna say I'm happy that they
like the faceless individuals, like they have their back turned or something, or it's like, or it's just like a torso shot,
bro,
or whatever, or something like that.
Like, me and Megan used to share a Kindle Unlimited account, and I would be minding my business. I open up Kindle and I see this outrageous book cover. It's like I stole her baby.
Oh,
what? I was like, what are you reading, bro?
Because I was like, I wanted to expand my horizons because like the romances weren't doing it for me anymore. Because I was like, people, I feel like it's just gone off the rails. Because it was Kindle Unlimited has gone off the rails. So I was like, you know what? Maybe let's try something else. This was also Kindle Unlimited, but it was just like a mystery book. And it was like, who stole her baby? I was like, shit, who did steal her baby? Like, let's tune in, right? Because I'm like, who? I want to know. Like, why are we stealing babies and who stole it? Why would you possibly need to steal? Well, people do be stealing babies, unfortunately. But I'm just like, why? Like, you know, maybe I should read it because I never did get around to reading that book.
Oh, well, maybe you should. Because now other people want to know who stole her baby. You know what I'm saying? Like,
maybe next episode I can find it.
You can find out who stole her
and then
baby?
I can share like the author and everything. If anybody else wants to read it, I doubt anybody else would want to read it. Well, I don't want to dog on the author.
But you haven't even read the book yet.
Yeah, I haven't read the book yet, so I don't know. But like, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you, like, the satisfaction I get, like, when I open up. Also, I think that, like, one of the big benefits of AO3 too is, like, this is exactly what you don't have to worry about, like, those, like, but, like, one of the good things about AO3 is that you don't have to, like, worry about, like, am I gonna like this book? Is this, because let me tell you, this is what keeps happening to me on BookTok, right? And maybe you can victim blame me a little bit for this, but first of all, I can't stand this new way of reviewing books where you just put like a 3-sentence quote on the screen. You need to tell me what the book is about. Or whenever they be doing like, do you want a book that has this, that, or the other? And they'll like just keep the book, just like you only see the book. You only see the pages of the book, and they finally flip it after like 30 seconds. I'm like, bro, put the fries in the bag. Just put the fries in the bag, bro. Bro, literally, it makes me
show me the book.
Just tell me, bro. It makes me so mad. But no, like the quotes thing irritates me so bad because then you go in the comments and it's like, oh my god, this book is so good. This book is whatever. And I'm like, this is what happens to me with that book. If anyone has read Pucking Around, brother, I went into that book with no warning about what I was getting.
I'm sorry, but I'm also, I don't really read like string romances like that, but like I don't understand the obsession with ice skating and hockey.
Oh,
or just hockey in general.
Oops.
Well, I can understand like I guess I can understand, but like just the I feel like ever since I've seen like Icebreaker blew up, there's just been so many.
I DNF'd Icebreaker.
I feel like there's so many other like just hockey romances out there now, and I feel like they all look the same. All the covers look the same. It's always an ice skater and a hockey dude, and it's always the same outfit. It's the same everything.
Well, what confuses me about the hockey thing is I feel like there's not nearly the same amount of coverage for like soccer players. Like maybe football, if it's a high school romance, then like maybe there's a football player, but no one's out. I have yet to see like a famous like soccer player book or like. Well, I'm sure they're out there, but they're certainly not trending as much as hockey is lately. And
that's because you read straight romance books.
Oh,
because they be out there for the gay one. I'm not gonna like. I read one about rugby. I read one about lacrosse.
Well, I read one about basketball.
Yeah, that one was cute though. That was a young adult one. The hoops.
She drives me crazy.
I don't remember what it was called. It was redhead and the black girl. Yeah,
that one.
That one was a cute one.
That was cute. That was cute.
Then there was what was the other one? I don't think I've read a soccer one.
Also, actually, no, never mind. I read a high school soccer one, but they're both
sweating.
I am too. Dude. I don't know what's going on.
But I'm comfy, so I don't want to take the stuff off.
The problem is like the AC system here is like trash.
It's like I have back sweat. I need to take a shower because I'm like so sweaty right now.
I am under boob sweat. It's not cute.
I know. So do I.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, that man. I can't ever get to my point. That's just gonna have to be the pattern of the show if we're never gonna get to the point. But I was saying all that to say that the thing that is good about AO3 is like even like Wattpad to a certain extent. Scott, to a certain extent. Sorry. To a certain extent. Let me stop. Sorry.
To a certain extent.
Oh my god, no. Man, we both saw Nosferatu.
in IMAX.
In IMAX we saw Nosferatu, bro.
And that was my second time watching it too.
Yeah. Thankfully, there was pretty much nobody. Well, actually, no. There wasn't that many people in the theater.
No, there really wasn't.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Jury's still out on it, but
I'm just glad
the view of his chicken legs at the end was just like.
I'm just glad because when I first went to go see it with my bestie, like there was somebody, like my bestie was sitting next to me, and then there was a grown man sitting next to me on the other side of me, and that was very uncomfortable. Because like there was some scenes, because like I went into it and I wasn't expecting it to be that sexual when I went to go watch it the first time. I wasn't expecting that at all. And then so when I sat there, because I didn't really know, I had seen like the trailers and stuff, but like I knew there was gonna be some stuff in there, but I didn't think it was gonna be as sexual as it was. I didn't think it was gonna be like that was gonna be the main focus of the film, or not like the main focus, but you know, like that was like gonna be like really part of the plot of the film. I wasn't expecting it to be that big.
It like low-key was the plot.
Yeah. No shame.
Yeah, it like was the plot.
But
wait, pause real quick.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was trying to remember what I was getting at.
The sex was part of the plot. It was the entire plot, basically. And you were glad that you didn't see it with your parents because
I didn't say that. No, it was because because when I went, because when those scenes came out, it was like within like the first like not even 10 minutes.
Yeah, if you saw the movie, you know what they got going on.
Yeah, within the first like not even 10 minutes, I was like not it like it was like a slap to the face, and I was like. I was like, okay. And then like it was awkward because like I didn't even want to look at my bestie either. I felt like that was like the first time like I like actually felt like I feel like I'm being dramatic here, but like I don't really like that was the first time seeing anything like sexual like in a theater. And to be fair, I didn't know it was gonna be that sexual, but like I was like, damn.
I remember people saying like oh, like don't go watch Nosferatu with your parents. There's a member of this household who keeps trying to get me to watch Bridgerton, and I'm like, we're not watching that together.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not watching that with you.
I remember trying to watch that show, and
first of all, don't even get me started, bro.
I'm sorry, but whenever I'm watching,
I don't want to look at man butt.
Yeah, if I'm watching something and it happens to have like, you know, an intimate scene in there, I don't want to see a man's butt cheeks. I don't want to see the man's ass crack.
In the first scene, Simon was like clenching.
Like
I'm not
also
trying to see that.
Also, if I am gonna see butt cheeks, why are they Winnie the Poohing though? Because like then I just see it's like because if you're gonna do that, why not just take the shirt off too?
Actually, yeah, at that point, like
that's what I'm saying. Because I'm just like like what's the point?
Yeah, I don't
and also I feel like it looks kind of goofy.
It does look dumb.
Like I'd much rather like I just.
How about we just?
I don't want to see a naked man.
How about we
I don't
just?
want to see a naked man.
Did I show you that? Have you seen Interview with a Vampire?
Yes. Well, I haven't seen it, but you showed me parts of it.
The first episode of that was hilarious.
I keep getting edits of those characters on my For You page, but like I don't like any of them, and every time I get one, I'm not interested because I haven't watched the show. I don't plan on watching the show. But they keep coming
out on that show, bro.
It keeps coming up on my For You page.
It's crazy. But back to fanfics. The point I was trying to make was that the nice thing about AO3 and stuff like that is that you have tags. That way you don't have to go into these things.
Oh yeah, and you can also click like you can exclude certain tags that you don't want to.
You don't have to.
And if you're a real G, you go by kudos first. By sort you go by kudos.
That's
but also sometimes it's not always reliable because sometimes it's like what the hell? Like
sometimes they sneak something in there. Sometimes you miss a tag.
Well, because sometimes like it'll be like the most liked, but like sometimes like different fandoms will like have like a different like type of like fan fiction they all gravitate towards. Because
that is true.
I remember back in the day I was in this one fandom, right? And I swear to God, I don't know what it was up with them and like Omegaverse. If you're into Omegaverse, that's fine.
Oh my God.
If that's your thing, that's fine. But like Me personally, not really. And then so whenever I would click by kudos, I'd always be like the most liked ones because I was just
What
like the
fandom was
fandoms
this?
thing. It was
I'm trying to figure out why they were so into Omegaverse. Like,
it was because it doesn't even make that much sense. I feel like, but it was like the Legend of Korra. It doesn't make that much sense.
What?
I know it doesn't make that much. Like
what?
It's like,
oh my god,
it would always be in like, it would be like Omegaverse, and then, well, I wouldn't say all of them are Omegaverse, but like some of the most popular ones are Omegaverse.
Like, bro, that's crazy.
And I'm just like,
no, that I know what you're saying though, because like right now, like I've been. Anyway, I'm back in my fiction bag. So
I mean, like sure, like go off, like Alpha Avatar, sure, go ahead. Like I mean, like
I guess.
I mean, like hell yeah, you know what? Hell yeah.
Like,
but like,
that's crazy.
It's just like I feel like each fandom kind of has their thing.
No, they definitely do because like I said earlier, I've been reading like Hermione fanfics, and there's like every time you like look any like anytime you look any of it up on TikTok, they always show you like the same 5 ones, and it's like a lot of them have like really, not to say like similar plots, but like similar, the ways that they've made their AUs is really like similar. Which to those who are not veterans is alternative. AU stands for alternative universe.
Oh, girl, I could bust out the whole list of alternative universes, the whole list of tags. I got you.
It'd be getting crazy.
We need to do an AO3. That should be our next like
yeah,
episode topic,
bro.
Should be fanfics.
Man, let me
or just books, like just literature in general.
No, actually, the next
AO3 is considered literature.
Lie, like, no, okay,
well, technically, it is though.
Actually, no. It is. Let's get into this. Let me tell you. Do you know how excited I get when I open up a fanfic in the first paragraph? They're talking about how English is not their first language. Baby, you know it's about to slap.
Also,
this is about to be one of the best things you've ever read.
Also, whenever I'm going through the tags and I see alternate universe historical, ooh, bestie is about to hit. Is about to hit.
And if anyone else is like me and they're on that Hermione train right now, and underrated, I can't. Everyone's talking about Manclad or however you pronounce it. I don't know. I haven't read that one, which I know is like a sin against the Hermione fandom. But an underrated one that I do not see enough is Remain Nameless. I don't know the author, but on AO3, just type in Google. Fire. That's a really good like.
What's the name?
It's called Remain Nameless. It's a Hermione fanfic, but like it's really so good. Okay. Hear me out. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna give the plot, but basically like it's really good, and the author is just so good at giving like she was really good at helping like expand the universe canonically, and also like it takes place after like the events. Like everything is like, actually it's not canon.
Is it cute or do they be getting down dirty, or is it both?
No, it's both. It's also like really like it really digs deep into like the emotion, or like it digs deep into that, like how traumatized these children are.
Yeah,
because they were children of war. So like really it takes place like I think like a decade after it ended. But like, you know, they're all still reeling and stuff, and they like, bro, like the author ate this book up so bad, bro. Like it's so good. Like it really delves so deep into like their mental state, like even though it's been 10 years, like the PTSD that they still have, like, man, it was crazy, bro. And then like the way that she managed,
they were going off to war, PTSD, like this is what we read, this is what 15-year-old us were reading, this is what we were reading.
No, bro. This is what 19-year-old me was reading last week.
Oh, well, that's, you know what? And you know what? Hell yeah. You know what? Hell
yeah. No, but it was actually just, it was so like,
because I'm no better with the stuff that I be finding on dude, Kindle Unlimited. No, so it's like,
let's not get into Kindle Unlimited, bro. That's like, no, it's
don't piss me off.
But no, like it was just so like eloquently written. Like she did so well. The way that she managed, like, also it was long. It was like over 300,000 words, which is why like she really made like a beautiful story. It was so good. It took place over the span of like 2 years, I think. And yeah, like the character development that the characters went through, like oh girl, it was so good. But while I'm on that train, I gotta sneak this in here. I know that there are so many problems with J.K. Rowling, but
wait. Before we leave fan fiction, I just want to say something. Actually, no. You can go ahead.
Okay, this is the last point I wanted to make about J.K. Rowling. This woman has so many things that are wrong with her. So many things, but I want to address I know that this might be beating a dead horse, but we haven't gotten to the right part of the horse that's left unbeaten, because everyone always talks about how it would her naming, right? Everyone talks about how messed up it is that, she named her only Asian character Cho Chang, 2 last names. It's outrageous. I've heard mixed reviews about Padma and Pavarti Patel, but the real crime that is consistently overlooked is her naming the only might be a stretch, but the most relevant Black character in her book, Kingsley Shacklebolt. Yeah, she doesn't think Black people should have rights. That's egregious. Kingsley Shacklebolt?
I look to the left. Actually, that's my right. I look to the left. I look to the right. I look up. I look down. I say, well.
Man, fuck J.K. Rowling, bro. That's crazy. Unfortunately, she did. She is the cause of quite a lot of beautiful literature, most of which she has not written, but neither here nor there. What are we gonna go ahead and say? Justice for Kingsley Shacklebolt.
I think I forgot, but it really wasn't that important. It's related to fan fiction, so I'm sure I'll get to it when we have an episode about fan fiction.
Oh, yeah.
But it really wasn't that important, really.
Oh, okay. Well, we look even
yapping. Yeah.
Yapping.
I think it's been like an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's been 5 minutes. It's okay. But the last section we're gonna do, round it out, is, excuse me. Wait, stop moving the mic, because you're getting some crazy wind on that thing.
Sorry. Also, time out real quick, and you can cut this out. Oh, our next topic is.
Oh, sorry. Oh, so just to end it off, we're gonna just talk about our birds and the bees. So after much discussion, the birds are gonna be positive things that we want you guys to look into or to let you guys know about. Even though I don't like birds and I'm afraid of them because they shit on your head, and I got pecked by a goose. Maeghan thinks that they chirp, so that they should be the positives, and bees sting you, even though they save the environment. And the Bee Movie is unironically one of my favorite movies. So,
I don't mind bees. I just thought
that's okay.
Okay.
Go ahead. Share your birds and your bees for the week.
Okay. My bird is going to be, which is basically my in, or my positive, is going to be Epic the Musical, because I have been raving about this musical for the longest freaking time. And I love it so much, and I'm so obsessed with it, and I can't stop listening to it. And it's literally, it's chronic, and it's creeping into my everyday life.
With you over and over again. I don't care how, where, or when, no matter how long it's been, you're mine. Don't tell me you're not the same person. You're always my husband, and I've been waiting.
Penelope.
Waiting. Thank you.
Waiting. Penelope. Okay, that's But yeah, I've been so obsessed with that musical. I found it on TikTok, I think a while back, I think 2 years ago now, because somebody said that. Anyways, it's supposed to be short. Anyways, Epic the Musical. Sorry,
best solo main musical since Hamilton.
Yeah, and he literally started. Well. This is supposed to be short. So I'll keep it at that.
Okay.
I'll keep it at
that. Epic the musical.
Epic the musical. But just know that I love it, and I could gush about it all the time, literally anytime.
I'm sure we will.
I'm sure I will. I might even do it next episode, honestly, because I just love the musical so much. Anyway, my B's are Kindle Unlimited books.
Real.
But will I still continue to read them? Yes. Absolutely. Unfortunately, yes. I will still continue to read them. I was gonna say
I fork up that $10 a month for that Kindle Unlimited subscription, and I will be getting used to it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna start bad first. My B is having applied to actually. I said this one when we filmed the other episode, but this is no longer technically accurate. It was initially going to be that I've applied to like 25 jobs and I've only heard back from 2.
But also, actually, to be fair, this was like your plan, like G. To be fair,
that is true. But I was going to say I actually did hear back from another job today.
Oh, okay.
So I have to call back and do an interview for that. So low-key, but also I'm going to stick with it. My B is applying to like 25 plus jobs and only hearing back from 2, and they are both rejection emails, which is like, I don't mind a rejection email. I'd rather you send me the rejection email than not send me anything at all. But it's okay. I am employed, hopefully soon to be employed at another, no shade to, I'll bleep it. No shade to local. I have an interview, so I'm hoping I will get the job there.
Where's
Uptown? But it's also a concert venue. It's like, so I think it'll be, hopefully.
Was that the breakfast place?
They do brunch on Saturdays, I think.
Oh.
They have weird hours. Like, I've never seen hours. It's really odd. But I'm hoping they deal I think you're selling mostly alcohol and overpriced food. So I'm hoping the money will be good because people will drunk and tip better or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. If I have to call them back anyway because they called me.
But also if they pay more for the meal period, your tip is going to be bigger because.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I'm hoping it is better. But we'll see. My bird is Caitlin McKillop's YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, I've been binge watching her stuff. Her stuff is so good, especially her Disney Channel ship analysis.
That's what I was telling you. I told you that you would like her though.
I know. I because at first
I was she reminds me of the book girly that you watch.
Newly Nova. Yeah, she's also good. Her book reviews are so good. I love her. I love her channel so much. But yeah, Caitlin McKillop's YouTube channel. I've been binge watching all of her Disney ships, but I initially, because I started watching her not realizing that she was the person you were talking about, because I started watching her through her Barbie videos. I didn't even know
I sent you her Barbie video.
Oh, I guess that's true. I didn't even realize that she did also Disney Channel reviews too. So I've been locked in binge watching all of these, and I have to say she's probably single-handedly responsible for all of for Soy Luna, for Violetta, for Bia, for those getting any kind of notoriety. That is all on her. Anyway,
at least
U.S. notoriety, especially for non-Spanish speakers.
Well, is she? I thought.
She's Canadian.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought she was Canadian because the way she says "bag," she says "bag" instead of "bag." Canadians speak so strangely.
Yeah, she does. She's Canadian, but yeah, her YouTube channel is fire. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I just wanted to put it out there that, like we said earlier, this is the third time we have to film this. Thankfully, we've had way less technical difficulties. We'll see how it goes in the audio because I have no idea how it's going to sound with Maeghan finicking with her mic the whole time.
Okay, I'm sorry, I have to fidget.
So we'll find out. But we'll
hopefully
see.
Hopefully your phone didn't run out of storage.
Yeah, I hope that's the prayers. But hopefully next week the camera quality should hopefully be better. We're just doing a couple experimenting. We've changed the set a bunch, so if things are changing, we'll see how it goes. And also, if you guys want to submit any S&M topics that you want us to talk about, like I said, that are preferably not actually related to BDSM, thank you very much. Obviously, if you're dying to hear us talk about it, we will. It'll just be really clinical. But yeah, if you guys have any S&M topics that you want us to talk about, go ahead and leave some in the comments, I guess, if it's on YouTube, or I know the Spotify comments are on as well.
Spotify's comments on podcasts?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they do. So the comments are on Spotify and YouTube. We're working on getting this up on Apple Podcasts, but it's like really difficult. So hopefully Apple Podcasts will be working by next week. We upload every Sunday.
We don't really have anything else, or I don't have anything else to add.
Oh yeah, well we upload every Sunday. I'm trying to think.
We're still trying to figure this stuff out, so this might be a little bit all over the place.
Bear with us. I promise, like, it is gonna get better. Like, this one wasn't as bad as it was like the first couple recordings we've done. This was actually like pretty decent. So, but bear with us. Like, I promise it is gonna get better. Like, the second episode will probably look a lot better too. What else do I need to say? Oh yeah, follow our Instagram. It's Not So Kinky Pod. It's also linked. Yeah, Instagram is Not So Kinky Pod. YouTube is also, well, it's the same as Spotify, S&M, and Not So Kinky Podcast on YouTube, Not So Kinky Pod on Instagram. My Instagram is SHAYES202, which you can also find on the Instagram. Megan's account is private, so don't even bother trying to follow her. She will not accept it. Yeah, follow us on Spotify, subscribe to our YouTube. I'm
pretty sure people watching this right now probably.
Well, I just want to say it. It's called
maybe for future reference.
It's called manifesting.
Okay, yeah.
It's called manifesting. But yeah, subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on Spotify, on Instagram, and maybe by next week we'll have a TikTok, but I make no promises about that. So we will see. But yeah, that's gonna cover it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I think we're gonna go ahead and close the door. And we did not open the door.
Oh yeah, we did.
But that's okay. Sometimes you don't even need to go through the door.
Maybe sometimes the door isn't even there.
Sometimes the door is the friends that you made along the way. You know?
Where did that saying even come from?
Sometimes it's the friends you made along the way.
Yeah, where did it come from? I feel like it popped out of nowhere one day.
It's like sometimes it's because I think it's supposed to be a play on like it's not about the destination; it's about the journey and the friends you made along the way.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
But just like everything, it got diluted by irony, so here we are.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, guys. Thank you for watching and tune back in on February 1st. Well, February 1st is next Sunday. Yeah. Next episode dropping February 1st. And we're gonna close the door.